Hey guys, it is Christina here. Welcome to Christina the Carnivore YouTube channel. I thought I would come in and do a bit of an introduction for those of you who've never met me before. My name is Christina. I'm a naturopath, herbalist, GAPS practitioner, life coach, and carnivore. I have now been carnivore for 90 days, and I thought, what perfect way to actually introduce myself to this YouTube channel with my 90 days of carnivore sort of debrief and how I've gone for those 90 days. So first of all, I will start by saying the reason I started carnivore was because my blood sugar levels were out of control and I needed to get them back under control and as quickly as I possibly could and support my health again. And so that is why I started carnivore, because I had known previously in my own experiences of gestational diabetes that was the way that I helped myself recover and support my babies through that period of time. Was actually to be, I didn't know it was carnivore at the time. I just focused on eating a lot of fat and then eating a lot of meat versus eating the carbohydrates. So I didn't know at the time that that's what it was, but of course now I do. So I have a name for it now. And so I went back to that space of something that I've done previously, but not to the extent that I've done it. And I didn't have the level of understanding that I currently have around it now. So welcome to the channel. Hi. If you're new to me, hi. Again, if you're new to me, I am traveling Australia with my family at the moment. We're currently living in a tent. We're at a caravan park at the moment, but we're exploring the country. So we're originally from Tasmania. We're currently in Queensland, so it's nice and sunny. Well, most of the time. Today it's not. Today it's a bit overcast, and I apologize for the camera moving around. I hadn't set myself up properly with a tripod, but I wanted to come and say hi, welcome to the channel. And I've reached my 90 days and I'm ready to start talking about carnivore in a more public space like YouTube. I've been talking about it on my Facebook page, so if you wanted to go connect with me over there, you can. It's just Christina Mathewson. You'll find me on all of the socials under Christina Mathewson. Sometimes naturopath, sometimes something else. Be warned, there is another Christina Mathewson that I know of at least. So I have one T, she has two. So welcome. Now, again, the reason I started carnivore was because of the benefits of my blood sugar level. My blood sugar had gotten to 21.1, which meant that I really technically should have been in hospital on an insulin drip to get my blood sugar levels back down. But me being me, having gone through the experiences that I have been through in my life and the education and the training that I've been through as well, I don't want to go down that pathway. And if I don't want to go down that pathway, then I need to take dramatic responsibility for what I'm doing with my health and with my life. And taking that radical responsibility was for me stepping into carnivore to get that blood sugar regulation happening as quickly as possible. So in the 90 days, I have lost around 16 kilos. And I've taken my blood sugar from 21.1 to most days it's sitting around a 6 at the moment. So sometimes a high 6, sometimes a lower 6. So it's still not completely where I actually want it. I'm still working on it. But it is back down within what would be considered somewhat normal. And so in those 90 days, that's what's actually happened there. I've lost 2 dress sizes so far already. I've gained a lot of energy, so I've got a lot more energy these days. I sleep well. I have energy to do the things that I need to do in my life, and I have 7 kids, by the way, so I need quite a bit of energy to keep up with what they're doing, and I run my business and travel Australia, so I need a lot of energy to be able to do the things that I want to be doing in my life, and that is including this travel experience. And so carnivore has really dramatically helped me with that. One of the benefits for me is I generally get up around 4:35, or I'm awake at that point in time and often seeing the sunrise in. And yeah, generally I go to bed around 8ish, just depending. I like to be in bed as soon as it starts to get dark, and go off to sleep. I usually maybe will watch a little bit of something on YouTube, etc., but that's my goal, is to go off to bed pretty early. And I sleep really well. Like, I'm generally a good solid sleeper, but once I'm awake, I am awake and I'm ready to go. So that has been a tremendous benefit of actually going carnivore as well. So 90 days has been good. I have had a couple of slips. So for example, my kids aren't yet carnivore. My husband isn't 100% carnivore yet. And so some of those slips have been things like they've had some chips and I've taken a couple of them. They had ice cream and I had a couple of licks of ice cream. So I've not been like perfect. I have not gone really astray either. Mostly, I would say probably 95 to 98% strict. Now, when I say strict, for me, the version of carnivore that I'm doing, because there are different versions of carnivore, I am not doing the lion's diet at this point. I am doing the casual carnivore in the sense of all meats are open to me, all eggs, dairy, I don't have a problem with at this point in time. So that's mostly my diet, is meat, eggs, dairy, and so on. So when I'm saying strict, that's what I'm focusing on. Now, I'm also, again, because we're traveling Australia, not everything is accessible all of the time to me, but pretty much every petrol station will have some salami and they'll have cheese. And so that will be my quick sort of snack food if I need something. I do have a bag of pork rinds in my boot. I bought 1 kilo of them before I left home, so I've got a bag of those. Jerky is another thing that I access, and on occasion I have gone to McDonald's and ordered a burger without the bun and the vegetables and just got the meat, the cheese and the bacon in it. So that's a rare occurrence, but it has happened a couple of times over the last 3 months. And of course, you know, we're traveling Australia. We do the best we can with what we have available to us. And I have to say, oh my God, I'm so glad that Aldi is on the Big Island, because that is a really accessible financial way of actually accessing some meat and being able to continue it. My goal and my hope is to that eventually my whole family will transition at some point. I'm going to leave it up to them to make that decision. Even if they get to like 80%, that would be fantastic. But again, we will see what happens from that point of view. There's no, I'm not pushing them at this point. My goal first was to take care of me, because I am the main driver. I'm the income earner for the family, and so I wanted to make sure that I was taken care of. And then once I'm on top of that, then really focusing on everybody else and so on. Along with, you know, we're traveling, so we're learning like the different things about budgeting while on the road, and the different costs of different things, and where to access these things, and so on. So there's a lot of learning that's going on at the moment. So from that perspective, there, I'm not pressuring anybody else to join me. My husband, I think, did his first full day of carnivore yesterday properly, and so we're evolving and we're learning on this actual journey as we actually go. So that's where we're at. What are my other goals? My other goals in regards to weight loss is, so far I've lost, in total over the last 2 years, I've lost 29 kilos. But my goal is to actually lose more, like 50, 60 sort of kilos as well. So in total, I'm not quite halfway to what I actually want to achieve, but I'm working on it, and I think carnivore has really started to help with that. I will say, if you have any questions, let me know, put them in the comments, and I will attempt to do a video on them and start to be more proactive in this space now that I've reached that 90 days. I feel like that 90 days has kind of qualified me to actually talk from experience versus just from theory. And I have had experience with working with carnivore with patients, but hadn't actually fully done this to this extent for myself yet. And so I wanted to do that before I started to actually come and talk in these spaces around it. Yeah, so I look forward to sharing more. Welcome to the channel. If you have any videos that you would like me to do, let me know. I'm happy to do that, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. See you later.